Reggae Just Extra with Ras Dennis.
Reggae music has long possessed a remarkable ability to reinterpret and transform songs across genres, cultures, and generations. Rather than merely reproducing original compositions, reggae artists reshape them, infusing fresh rhythm, identity, and perspective while still honoring the foundation laid by their creators. This rich tradition of musical reinterpretation has given rise to some of the most memorable recordings in reggae history, where familiar melodies are reborn through deep bass lines and authentic Caribbean storytelling. Here are the top 12 reggae cover songs on Reggae Just Extra, your top destination for music, facts, and culture.
Number 12.
Johnny Be Good by Peter Tosh. Peter Tosh's 1983 rendition of Johnny Be Good, featured on his Mama Africa album, reinterprets the 1958 rock and roll classic by Chuck Berry through a distinctly Jamaican lens. Tosh shifts the song's setting from Louisiana to Mandeville, Jamaica, transforming the narrative into that of a rural Jamaican youth rising to become a reggae band leader. Though initially hesitant to record the track, Tosh reshaped its lyrics to reflect his cultural perspective, replacing Deep Down in Louisiana close to New Orleans with Deep Down in Jamaica close to Mandeville back up in the woods on top of a hill, and changing rock and roll band to leader of a reggae band. Recorded in Manhattan, the song blends a driving reggae rhythm with a subtle rock influence, preserving the energy of the original while giving it a bold, localized identity.
Number 11.
Wild World by Maxi Priest.
Oh, baby, baby, it's a wild world.
Similarly, Maxi Priest's 1988 rendition of Wild World, originally written by Cat Stevens in 1970, demonstrates how reggae can soften and reinterpret emotional tone. While Stevens' original version carries a reflective, folk-inspired melancholy, Priest's adaptation introduces a smoother, more rhythmic feel rooted in lovers' rock. Released on his Maxi, or Bonafide, album, the song reached a broader international audience and remains one of the most recognizable reggae covers of a pop classic.
Number 10.
Knocking on Heaven's Door by Ed Robinson.
Knock, knock, knocking on a heaven's door.
In the early 1990s, Ed Robinson recorded his version of Knocking on Heaven's Door, a song written by Bob Dylan. Originally released in 1973, Dylan's version is sparse and contemplative, while Robinson's interpretation, released as a 1991 single and later on his 1992 album Once Again, introduces a steady reggae rhythm that shifts the emotional delivery. The song becomes less about quiet resignation and more about reflective endurance, illustrating reggae's ability to reshape mood without altering lyrical meaning.
Number 9.
My Heart Will Go On by Pam Hall. Pam Hall also contributed to this tradition with her 1998 version of My Heart Will Go On, originally performed by Celine Dion for the 1997 film Titanic. Released on her album Bet You Don't Know, Hall's rendition translates the orchestral ballad into a reggae framework, maintaining its emotional core while introducing a gentler rhythmic flow. This transformation highlights how reggae can reinterpret even the most dramatic pop ballads without diminishing their emotional impact.
Number 8.
Missing You by Sanchez.
Every time you whisper my name.
Missing You by Sanchez is a well-known lovers rock reggae reinterpretation of the 1984 pop hit originally written and performed by John Waite. Sanchez's version emerged in the early 1990s and is commonly linked to his 1994 album Missing You, produced by Bobby Digital Dixon, showcasing his signature smooth vocal style over a refined reggae arrangement.
Number 7.
Red Red Wine by UB40. The British reggae band UB40 has played a significant role in popularizing reggae covers globally. Their 1983 version of Red Red Wine, originally written and recorded by Neil Diamond in 1967, stands as one of the most commercially successful reggae reinterpretations. While Diamond's original is a slow, melancholic ballad, UB40's version introduces a laid-back reggae groove that transformed the song into an international hit. Their success with covers continued with Cherry Oh Baby, originally written and performed by Eric Donaldson in 1971. Further demonstrating their ability to bridge Jamaican music with global audiences.
Number 6.
Now That We've Found Love by Third World. In 1978, Third World released their version of Now That We've Found Love, a song originally written by Kenny Gamble and Leon Huff and first recorded by the O'Jays in 1973. Third World's rendition incorporates funk and reggae influences, resulting in a vibrant, danceable track that achieved significant international success and introduced reggae to wider audiences.
Number 5.
Don't Turn Around by Aswad. Aswad's 1988 version of Don't Turn Around further illustrates reggae's adaptability. Originally written by Albert Hammond and Diane Warren and first recorded by Tina Turner, the song gained new life through Aswad's reggae arrangement. Their version became a defining hit of late 1980s reggae pop, highlighting how reinterpretation can sometimes surpass earlier recordings in popularity.
Number 4.
Pass the Duchi by Musical Youth. A particularly notable transformation occurred with Musical Youth's 1982 hit Pass the Duchi, which reworked Pass the Couchie by the Mighty Diamonds. The original song, written by Fitzroy Simpson and Lloyd Ferguson, contained references to cannabis culture. Musical Youth altered the lyrics to remove these references, making the song suitable for a younger audience while retaining its rhythmic appeal. This adaptation contributed to its global success and demonstrated how lyrical changes can broaden a song's reach.
Number 3.
Take Me Home Country Roads by Toots and the Maytals. Toots and the Maytals recorded a reggae adaptation of Take Me Home, Country Roads, originally written and performed by John Denver. Their version modifies the lyrics to reference West Jamaica, further illustrating how reggae artists localize global material.
Number 2.
Ain't No Sunshine by Horace Andy. Earlier reinterpretations also played a key role in reggae's development. Horace Andy's 1973 version of Ain't No Sunshine, originally by Bill Withers, maintains the song's emotional depth while introducing a distinctive reggae rhythm.
Number 1.
I Can See Clearly Now by Jimmy Cliff. Finally, Jimmy Cliff's 1993 recording of I Can See Clearly Now, originally written and performed by Johnny Nash in 1972, stands as one of the most celebrated reggae covers. Featured on the Cool Runnings soundtrack, Cliff's version reintroduced the song to global audiences and reinforced reggae's role in reshaping familiar music. In conclusion, reggae covers are more than reinterpretations, they're acts of musical transformation. When a reggae artist touches a song, the rhythm is refreshed, the tempo reshaped, and even the lyrics may be gently reworked to fit the groove. Through changes in rhythm and tone, new meaning emerges while the spirit of the original remains, almost as if the song itself is saying, I sound even better now. This tradition shows reggae's power to connect cultures and generations through one universal language, rhythm. That's it for this episode. You've been watching Reggae Gist Extra, where we bring you the untold stories behind the music, the legends, and the culture we love. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and leave a positive comment down below. Until next time, stay blessed, stay conscious, and keep the roots alive. Rastafari.
Holy man will I King Selassie I Jah Rastafari I Selassie the first lives and rules and reign.